Wait, me. This is the DNA Pest Control Podcast with your hosts, Daniel and Anthony. All right, and we're back, and you guys are probably like, oh, what do you mean you're back? You just started recording. Daniel literally forgot to record, and we're probably 29 minutes into an episode. We're not even recording it.
Okay, we were not 29 minutes into the episode.
How long was it then?
Well, with my expertise in mathematics,
Yeah.
it was about 5 minutes and 43 seconds.
Was it only 5 minutes?
Yep.
It's not too bad.
No, it actually wasn't too bad.
So and we did a cool little, riff in the beginning, and now that's all gone. So
They didn't even need to hear it. It wasn't even worth
it kind of
listening.
sucked. What? So what's today's topic about, Daniel?
So today we are going to talk about dun dun dun. Do we have the button?
Yeah, press the button.
That wasn't it.
That's the fine. What are we talking about today?
So today we are going to talk about callbacks.
Oh, gosh.
The importance,
The nightmare of the industry.
the nightmare of the industry, what everybody hates, what everybody talks about, the bad, because everything is bad with callbacks.
Yeah. Well, there's a B in the name, right? And people might link callbacks to call bad. Get it?
I thought you were going to say a different.
button. Oh, okay. Hey.
Yeah, I tried. I don't know which
Whatever.
one it is.
I think it's the other one on the other side.
This one. It's not that one. It's this one.
There we
it
go.
is.
So
Okay.
so let's start off with what's a callback. So I would say a lot of times a callback gets linked into a negative light, right?
Waste of money.
Yeah, waste of money. You show up, there's no production. You should have got the job done the first time.
Waste of time.
Yeah, waste of time, waste of money, waste of gas, waste of everything.
Yep.
I would like to say that's not the case. I would like to say that people need to view a callback as more of a positive light, Now, obviously,
Yeah.
you will have callbacks that, okay, my technician could have done better, and you as a manager, you as a business owner need to try to pinpoint that of, okay, I get it. Maybe this guy could have done more his first service. But let's face it, a callback can be a time where you really prove yourself as a company, as a technician to your client, and that client knows, okay, well, these guys can get the job done.
Yeah, and I want to hit something too, because you
Okay.
just sparked it. For one, a lot of guys will say you can 100%, prevent callbacks, and that's
Yeah.
not true.
Yeah.
That's unfortunately, that is not true. You cannot control where a bug is going to end up landing on that person in that area or anything.
Yeah.
So you just can't. So you cannot prevent. Now, obviously, depending on how well you service, you can prevent a lot of callbacks. I can't agree with some people on that. But then also, when you are going back to that callback, a lot of people do look at it as a waste of time. They look at it as, it's just stupid to go back out there. But what did you not ask? What did you not hear when you first talked to that client the first time you sprayed that you might have been able to prevent?
Yeah.
And then even though you might have missed that, now you're going back, you get a second chance.
Yep.
They are giving you another opportunity to come back and take care of this. Now, how good are you?
Yeah, I would say that a callback is definitely. So let's speak of it on the side of being a technician. Now, let's say you're making hourly plus commission, showing up to a callback. You still make your money, but you're not making as much money as you would for a normal service, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, your company's going to be losing money there.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that it's negative. What it means is that when you show up, you do get your second chance. Now, some issues may not derive when you do the service.
Yeah.
It may be something completely out of your of control for you.
Yeah.
But it could be something you missed. Like if it's for ants and you were like, well, I'll just spray real heavy. And there's still ants. Did you bait? Did you spray inside? Did you even find where the ant colony is?
Yep.
So a lot of it's a very gray area sometimes. And it's very easy to just say, well, it's a negative thing to be a callback, right? To go do a callback is my tech having too many callbacks? Because let's face it, there will be guys that it'll be a red flag. His whole day's callbacks. You know, it might be, oh, well, okay, now they're not all positive, right?
Well, yeah, you're right. So, I mean, on an owner standpoint, yes, if your guy has all callbacks and he has a ton of callbacks and it's over the average of what your techs are doing, then yeah, of course there's an issue. You need to look at that guy and you need to say, okay, what is he not doing? He needs to be trained on something because he's obviously not doing it right.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, if it's all within the, you know, within the average of what the callback should be, it's nothing to worry about because it's going to happen. That's the whole point of our job. We know it's pest control.
Yeah.
You know, it's not extermination anymore.
Yeah.
It's not elimination. We are just controlling the pests. And so we understand with what we have, we are not going to get rid of 100%. We actually have an episode on that.
Yeah.
You're not going to gain 100% control.
No, exactly. And callbacks, whether we like it or not, will always be in the industry. And if your company not offering callbacks, you won't last long in the industry.
Yeah. Well,
and
it's just that warranty. Yeah. It's the guarantees.
And I like to call it pest insurance. You know, it's like, look, if you being on with us for a year and we only get one callback from you, I like to think that's still a profit. If you know, if you're not spending too long at the house or whatever.
Well, and we can look at it as a positive. You know exactly what you're going back for. So it's not like you're going there and you're taking down all the webs and you're spraying the foundation and all the cracks and crevices and the inside.
Exactly.
You're going there and it's ants.
And make sure.
Take care of the ants.
Yeah. But here's the thing is sometimes you will get clients that'll be like, well, can you just do the inside, outside, the garage, my neighbor's house? And
you're right.
Just put your foot down as a technician and office and, you know, manager, please help your tech out with those kind of clients. Be sure you're on the same frequency of communication when it comes to, hey, this client, when I show up, I'm here for 55 minutes for a callback. Help them out. Educate the client before the technician goes there. Technician, educate them again.
Yeah.
Just to make sure you're on top of it. Make sure that you're all doing your job to let the client know this callback's for your issue, and I'm going to solve the issue.
Yeah. And so I think we, you know, you hit some good points is, on a technician side of things, they look at it as, well, I'm not making as much money as I could.
Yeah.
And you're not. But also, you know, if it's management listening to this or owners listening to this, callbacks. So this is a thing that in the industry that I looked at, and I've always looked at it as it's ass backwards.
Yeah.
Everyone is looking at this bad. They look at initials. Those are for new guys. Veterans shouldn't be going and doing initials, which blow my mind.
Right.
Why you would send a new guy to do an initial. So now you're sending a rookie to go take care of a house that does a terrible job anyway. So you're already starting off bad with the client. But then also they look at callbacks is for rookies as well.
Right.
Which once again, they don't know what they're doing. So callback should be one of your, you know, if you have a guy who's been in the industry, who knows what he's doing, who's educated, that's the guy that needs to be doing these callbacks.
Yeah.
And they should be the ones that are helping out the other technicians that have a lot of callbacks because they're going to be able to help those techs actually become a good technician because callbacks are really to see how good you are.
They are. And it all depends on the structure of your company because obviously if you're keeping callbacks to a fixed person, like, hey, this is your route. This is a person you serviced last time. It's a callback that just brought it up.
Yeah.
I'd like to think you try to keep it on the technician running that route.
Yeah, but you definitely need to help if there's too many.
Now, if you do have a designated callback guy, then it does get tricky because at the end of the day, it's a business, right? You're trying to be able to have the best numbers possible at the end of the day. And look, maybe it is to send an entry-level technician out there making the least amount of money to go out there and do the bare minimum for your callback. It looks good on paper, but I'll tell you what isn't going to look good is probably how many cancels you get for doing that.
Yeah.
For going through the motion, for sending a rookie out there.
And well, because with doing a good callback, you're solidifying that customer.
And that's a client, and I'm telling you through experience as a technician, and you more than likely experience as a business owner, is look, when you go and you go solve an issue at a callback, they don't keep having callbacks, right?
No.
Maybe you might sign a client up and they'll have 1 or 2 callbacks within their first 3 services. So I'd say probably their first 6 months.
Yeah.
And after that, I'm doing clients that never have a callback. I'm just showing up doing business as usual. Yeah. And it's like, it's still, 2 years later.
Yeah.
And it's just,
and that's the thing is when you go to a callback and you take care of those ants, they now have that confidence in you that they can call you back for one.
You'll do it again. Yeah.
And you'll do it again, but they know, no, this guy took care of it for me. He came back, he sprayed, he took care of it.
Yeah.
I went to this guy's house. He had a bunch of the outdoor roaches, the Turkestan roaches.
Yep.
I sprayed super heavy. I took care of everything. He saw a couple at night, so they were just walking across the driveway, but he told me it's 1,000 times better than it was before. Yeah. And he sees nothing inside.
Yep. And you were saying you went there for a callback.
I went there for a callback because he saw a couple more.
Yeah. Now obviously maybe the office or somebody could have dissuaded him on getting a callback, but let's not look at it as a negative thing, because you show up and he's like, wow, this company means business. They told me that if there's an issue, they come back out. They came back out and, And he mentioned that.
Yeah. He even mentioned it when I was leaving. He's like, oh, yeah, and you're going to be out here anyway in like a week or so, right? I said, yep, we'll be out here for your regular service.
Yeah.
So in the office standpoint, we could have moved that service up. We could have charged him, and we could have done that within his 30 days because he was an initial customer. But since we didn't, he knows that we are going to come out. We are going to service. It's not going to cost him anything. And on top of that, that was an opportunity where I had time with him to talk to him and to educate.
Yeah.
So now he's probably never going to call back again.
Well, yeah, for two reasons. One, that he knows that it's a legit business, that we're here to get the issue solved and fix it. And two, we got the issue solved and fixed it. So,
Yeah. So he does know, he was educated, and now I'll be shocked if he even calls us again.
And what that does is, now let's do a quick other scenario, a worse scenario than what you just said. Let's say a business has a guy that calls and then they're reluctant to go do a callback, and the guy kind of fights him for it. And this is his initial service. He has a 30-day follow-up. He's trying to get a callback done. And let's say the business says, well, nope, we're not showing up. We're just going to bump your service up, right? And now he's going to get charged for the callback essentially. So he's going to get his whole service done, and now a callback turned into a service. And when the guy shows up there, now, first of all, the client is going to be like, well, do they even do callbacks? Like, they just bumped my service up. I'm paying for this anyways. They told me that there was free callbacks for any issue.
Yeah.
And two is, the main thing is, are you going to show up and just go in the motions again? Or are you going to show up and take that time to get the issue done? Because are you going to send the same tech? And is there going to be notes for him to fix the issue? Now, would the client say everything's 1,000 times better? Is he just saying that because it's free?
Yeah.
Or is he saying that because, now what if he didn't say that? And then now you just think that it's a problem client. You're creating toxicity between a client for no reason.
Yep.
When all you have to do is just honor your callback, and he probably might not ever do a callback again unless he needs an issue solved, and then you just go solve the issue.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. Callbacks, you can make it so important. You can make it such a positive note. And there was actually one thing that I heard, and this is actually from a call center. So call centers are usually all negative experiences.
Right.
No one ever has positive, but there was a company out there that focused 100% on every time you talk to a customer, you always have a positive. It's always a positive. It's never a negative.
Yeah.
So you're always trying to have and leave on a positive note, never a negative note. And so when a callback occurs, a lot of the times the customers will look at it as a negative because we didn't do our job the first time. And so if we can go
positive.
Yeah, we need to turn it into a positive, but we do need to focus on that to where we leave that on a positive note. They know, hey, these guys are not here to mess around. They're taking care of my problem. Yep, it didn't, they didn't 100% eliminate them the first time, but now we have the opportunity, hey, let's educate the customer. Yeah. Let's let them understand how this works and how the system works.
Yeah, exactly. And real quick to touch up on it, and I'll plug them. My car insurance company is Geico. And what?
We don't want to know your car insurance company.
Well, no, this is really good.
Oh, okay. This is an exact example.
Okay,
go.
Yeah, you think I'm just going to throw out my car insurance?
Yeah, I was like, what is this, a Geico commercial? You could save 20% or more on car insurance.
15 minutes or less.
Oh, wait, is it 15%?
Yeah, 15%. I don't even know. But when I talk to them on the phone, a lot of these companies, and I don't even want to say their name because I hate them, but they don't even care about you when you call for a complaint, and they won't even, it's just a huge call center, and it's just everything's an issue and it's ridiculous, and then they don't even want to solve your whatever complaint you have or issue. Geico is completely different. They work with you on the phone, and then at the very end, they're just like, oh, anything else? Oh, well, you have a wonderful day. And it's like, yeah, of course I'm going to stay with them because it's just so much, it's a better experience. And it relates to callbacks. Now, I wonder if you're wondering, like, well, how's this even going to relate to callbacks?
I need to switch.
Right? It relates because you want the callback to be a positive experience at the end of the day. You don't want a tech to go out there, go through the motions, and hurry up and run off because you only want him to spend 10 minutes there.
Yeah, no.
You want the callback to be a positive experience because there's just so many factors that could go in to make it negative to where it's, okay, they don't even do their job the first time, or, oh, well, they did okay, but now they show back up and now they have a bad attitude about it, or they're so picky when they want to do a callback, or they're a tough company to work with. You want it to be positive because 90% of the time, those clients that we've had callbacks with, and I've done a lot of accounts to where I've done their initial and every service after and every callback after, the callbacks go down because you're doing your job.
Yeah.
And it's positive and the clients love you. Right?
Yeah. And one other thing to add for technicians, if you're just like, whatever, this is all just BS, I don't even want to listen to it. Look at it as it's a time to experiment.
Exactly.
You have now an opportunity to say, okay, look, I didn't get to use jailbait. I used something else. Now I can use ant jailbait. Yeah. Or I didn't get to use NIBAN. I didn't get to use this. I didn't get to use that. Now I can try it out and see if it works and really kind of play with it. And so use those callbacks with those. And I'll even sometimes, I've told clients, I said, hey, look, not one way to skin a cat. Yeah. So I tried one way and now this is the second way and I'm going to try a different way and another way and another. And so I just let them know sometimes it doesn't work. I'm going to keep trying though. That's the whole point.
Yeah. And definitely just making sure and to brush back up on, it's your time to experiment. It's your time to try something different. That's exactly what it is. Because if the method you did last time didn't get the job done, then are you guaranteed if you do it the same exact way, is it going to get the job done then? Or is this a different issue entirely that you didn't even brush up on? You didn't see that wasp nest at the fence line, Yeah. What type of callback is it? Assess the callback. Make sure you know exactly what you're doing when you get there. Have a game plan. Don't go there and waste 35 minutes at a house, because as a technician, your office is going to look at you funny. They're going to be like, okay, what's this guy doing? Why is he spending 30 minutes here? We're not making money. Is he, what is he doing?
Yeah.
And look, as a technician, that's things you have to work with. Just be positive, be honest, show up there, have a game plan, assess the situation, and, get the situation solved.
Now, if you want to be a beast, and you just want to kill it in the industry, you turn that callback into a sales opportunity.
There you go.
And so, what I mean by that is you now have the opportunity to ask for a referral. Okay. Now, not just a sales opportunity, but a positive for the company.
No. The way you put it isn't necessarily in any negative, but definitely just to grow your company, grow your route, and to better, because think of it this way. It's not really sales. It's you offering another solution to get something done,
Yep. Well, and that's the thing. So if you go out, if it's a rodent callback, you now have the opportunity to set up an estimate or do an estimate, to solve a bigger issue there. If you do rodent exclusion work at your company.
And real quick, I just had a callback. It's for a client, and he's saying, hey, I'm having an issue in the wall. I think it might be a rodent. Now, I had time windows to hit and things like that. And it was as simple as, well, hey, man, I'm having the office reach out to you, and we're going to get a rodent estimate set up for you and scheduled.
Yep.
So this way I have the time to do it, and I'm not trying to cram everything in. And that estimate and why, and some companies might be like, well, why would you get a callback scheduled? That's, no one's getting paid there, is because, well, the callback could pay for itself, the estimate, if you do the right thing. So just be wise on, same for like the, getting maybe a bait box set up or coming back out to set up traps, things like that. It's all in the sense of a potential, not upsell, but upgrade, I would like to call it, for a client to just upgrade their pest control experience.
Yeah. Well, and it's a perfect time to ask, hey, can give me a referral. Do you know any of your neighbors that are having the same issues as you, like with ants? And they can point you in that direction. Now you've just created a callback plus a sale. You go do rodents. You now just create a time to, hey, we're going to go get an estimate and we're going to make so much more off of this person than what we normally would. Getting reviews. I mean, if you're a technician and you're actually getting your name put on Google reviews, there's nothing but positive that's going to come from that, unless it's a 1-star.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're getting 5-star reviews for the company with your name in that review, that's just looking even better for you. So turn that call back, and you're already on a personal level with these people because you're in their house. You're dealing with them directly.
They trust you to show up around their private property and, squirt pesticides and chemical, so come on, they trust you.
But use it. I mean, you really have that opportunity, take advantage of that.
Yeah.
And you'd be shocked at just referrals alone. When you do a good job, even on a callback, whatever it is, I'm just going to tell you. So I helped out this guy. I met him when he was he just had a taco stand. Okay. Literally a metal box with a little cooker on top.
Right.
That's what he was doing his tacos with. We went there when he had that. Now he has a restaurant. Now he has a food truck. And he has referred me single-handedly an apartment, probably more than 10 to 20 cockroach jobs.
Wow.
He just got me another one. We just got 2 houses on board from this guy.
Wow.
And this is a guy, and actually at the beginning it was funny because he had a pest control company and he kept telling everybody that we were that pest control company. And I thought he had someone else. I didn't even know who he was using. And I kept trying to get him to switch. He's like, that's my wife's thing. Come to find out, his wife was using us.
Oh, wow.
He kept trying to convince his wife to switch, and she was actually already using us.
Our service. That's
I pulled up to his house one day to service, and he was sitting on the front porch. And I'm like, what the crap? Like, dude, you already have us.
That's awesome.
So he was actually not lying to everybody when he said that he has an awesome pest control company, because he actually had us.
Yeah.
But just because of that and everything I've done for him, doing callbacks, going back and just going above and beyond for this guy, just doing everything I can, it has turned into just him talking about you.
Yeah.
And so when you go out to these callbacks and you do a phenomenal job, you are excited about it. You have a smile on your face.
Yep.
You're happy to see them. They're going to look at that as a positive, and they're going to talk to all of their neighbors, all of their friends, and everything's just going to start coming back, and it's going to look good.
Yeah, because a lot of it is the callback production or not, and if they know, oh man, this is free, and look how happy and polite they are, of course they're going to tell people.
Yep.
Because they're confident, because they're like, well, I have them at their best, and then a lot of times the client could see a callback as the worst, because they're like, well, man, they must be mad. They have to come all the way back out here and treat for this. But no, polite, got the job done. Nice.
Yep.
I'm gonna refer them. That's what I would do if I had a nice person show up and I knew, wow, you're not getting any money for this, and you spent how long? You spent 15, 20 minutes here, and now my bugs are gone too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, here's a review. Here's maybe a $100 tip. Now, if you're a client listening, tip your techs a lot of money.
Hey, some techs can't even accept that.
I know. Screw those companies, right?
Yeah, terrible guys. Terrible guys. But, so guys, just go back and listen. Just be, remember to be happy to be out there. Remember to do your best. Don't skip over anything. Don't be lazy.
And real quick, if your company is like, they see the callbacks as like the Antichrist or something, like the callbacks are just the things you do not want to do. Just if you can't educate your company, maybe you need to find a different one, because callbacks aren't negative. They're a positive experience. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're at your 9th callback for a house because no one can get the job done, then that's either a bad client, because they exist.
They do.
Or you guys aren't doing your job.
Yeah, and remember, the bad clients, now unless you're just choosing all the bad ones, they're more rare.
They are very rare, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have a handful of them here that we know they are going to always call. They're going to always have issues. There's nothing I can do to go out there.
Yeah, I got to talk to you off the books about one, because here we got suspense for our listeners.
Right. No. They're
just saying it involves. Wait, hold on. We could talk about it.
What?
It involves a certain apartment.
Oh yeah.
Whatever happened to that? The monthly one.
Oh, I think we're still.
Are we still doing that?
Yeah, the slumlord.
I haven't done it in forever. Who's doing it?
We still do it. I did it last time.
Oh, you did?
I did it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the slumlord.
Well, there you go. You're getting some behind the scenes.
The Slumlord Millionaire.
Yeah,
the new
Slumlord.
movie that we're gonna create.
Yeah.
God,
That's
they're out
actually a
there.
movie. It's called Slumdog Millionaire.
I know.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why I said it.
Okay, I was making sure. I was like, I hope you don't think you're hitting on to gold here.
No. We're making a new version. It's the
There you go. There's
Slumlord.
some behind the scenes business talk for you there.
Yeah,
so.
no, there are some issues there. There are some problems, but
yeah.
So but guys, just remember. So callbacks are important. Callbacks are, focus on them. Do what you can, but just be present.
Yeah.
Be present there.
Yeah, just go above and beyond, and just make sure you're really making your business and your company look good. So thank you for listening. Please subscribe and share. See you later. Hey guys, this is Anthony, and here's a quick reminder. We want to hear from you, whether you're a technician, owner, or operator. We want to hear your stories, whether it's a horror story on the field, a funny story with the client, or just something straight up crazy or weird you've seen. And how can you do this, you ask? Well, our email is dnapestpodcast@gmail.com. That's DANDA pestpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us at Twitter and direct message us there at DNA Pest Podcast. That is D, the letter N, A, Pest Podcast. Follow us on Twitter. Or you can reach out directly through our website at dnapodcast.com. That's DANDA podcast.com. We want to hear from you, so let's hear it.